With the Israeli military saying that it has resumed operations in Gaza after the ceasefire deadline passed on Friday. The IDF has said that the Hamas has gone on to violate the ceasefire terms. Israeli military has said that it intercepted a rocket that was fired from the Gaza side earlier today. So this is what they've put up as saying that Hamas violated the operational pause and in addition fired towards Israeli territory. The IDF has resumed combat against the Hamas territory, is what the IDF has gone on to say. We have Alan joining us, Alan Sorensen, Danish correspondent joining us. Alan, take us through, what has really happened. What was the timing of that deadline, which has now, in fact, been exceeded and, there was no resumption as far as that temporary pause was concerned. In fact, IDF has gone on to claim that the combat has resumed and there was, in fact, violation of that ceasefire from the side of Hamas, and they have intercepted a rocket that was fired from the side of Hamas in the Gaza Strip.
Yes, a rocket was fired against the Israeli city of Sderot just about an hour ago, and it was intercepted by the Iron Dome system. And what we hear, not only from the IDF, but also from Palestinian sources, is that the Israeli army has resumed its attacks on Hamas in Gaza. Israeli air fighters or air jets are in the skies above Gaza. And there is fighting at the moment, according to Palestinian sources in Gaza, in the northern parts of Gaza and also in the vicinity of Gaza City.
Right, Qatar brokered this deal along with the US and Egypt. It was Qatar saying that they would perhaps be able to extend, even that extension that was given. It's been 7 days since that temporary pause. But this morning, we were very hopeful that there would be an extension as far as that ceasefire in the Gaza Strip was concerned.
Yes, everyone was hoping for another day. Even Israel was hoping for another day. But it seems that what broke the trust between the two parts was that Hamas did not today, as it has done the previous days, it did not deliver a list of names of the hostages that it wanted to release further on today. And therefore, Israel became very skeptical about the intentions of Hamas. Because it's part of the agreement that every part should give the other part a list of names of the people who are going to be freed on the same day, and this wasn't received today, and we see where we now see where this leads. The ceasefire is now officially broken, and the parts are fighting each other again.
Right, absolutely. But from reports coming in early this morning, which went on to say that Hamas was willing, in fact, when it came to that extension of the ceasefire. And this comes at a time when the United States has been urging Israel to set up safe zones for Gaza civilians as a pause in their deadline was coming close, in fact. So there was a lot of international pressure that we've seen over the last many days as far as the war is concerned. But, with Hamas being willing, but now IDF claiming that it was Hamas that started, and went on to resume, operations there in Gaza Strip.
Yes, indeed. I think that the most important thing here is the growing American pressure. According to Israeli media, there was a very, very tense meeting between Secretary Antony Blinken and the Israeli War Cabinet taking place yesterday evening. With an argument between the parts. Antony Blinken said, according to Israeli media, that Israel will not have credit to move to the southern parts of Gaza with its military. It will lose international credit. And he's warning his Israeli counterparts by saying this. And he's also asking Israel again and again, and also yesterday repeated this question: what are you going to do? What is the plan after, let's say, after the war, when it finishes? What are your plans for Gaza? And he hasn't received an answer from Israel as of yet. And this is to a great deal of frustration for the Americans. And this also means that the pressure from now on is probably going to grow from the American part on Israel.